Welcome to Turn to Your Neighbor. This is the show. Oh, I got all kinds of mess up going on. This is the show where we talk about Christian culture. We talk about gospel music, the church, social media, movies, TV, and a whole lot more. My name is Cliff, and this is Big Dre. What's up, brother?
What up, neighbor? Yo, let me start off. I got something to say. I have promised my wife that I'm gonna be a little low key this week. A little under the weather. She actually wanted to
after
say
you just got finished yelling neighbors. After you just got okay.
I didn't yell neighbors. Don't start that because she said she will come down here and actually shut this down today. And so I am not allowed to yell. Yeah, just this week. I'm just recovering. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm not allowed to yell quite as much. So please don't get me hype on nothing, and I won't have to say nothing. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Because you're not 100%, I can tell you there's no Africans in this show today. There's no African topics.
First of all, we can't just say all of Africa once again.
There's no African topics.
We are never going to be able to take this show to the level I want to go to.
Oh, we made that boat sailed a long time ago when you started insulting half the gospel community. That boat sailed a long time ago.
Some of them is trash. And
see, look, there you go.
Yo, I'm out here telling truths today.
Lord,
that's all I got time for.
On today. All right. All right. So let's get this show going. Our first topic, we are talking about Kirk Franklin. Most people recognize him as the greatest gospel artist of all time. Released a new album this past week called Long Live Love. Did you check out the album? What you think?
Yeah, time out. You can't just slide stuff in there and expect me not to respond to it. You just call him the greatest gospel artist of all time? I said
most people, well, first of all, he is. Second of all, most people believe that. We've had this discussion before.
You messing me up already. Elizabeth.
Tell the people what you think about the album.
Yo, the album is a no skipper. It's solid from front to back. I believe the whole album is solid, and sometimes I don't even mess with Kirk like that. Yo, the one you have to listen to a couple of times is Winter's Promise, the number 10 track. Like once you listen to it and then you hear the whole thing and then you go listen to it again, it's like, oh, well, this was a little bit more than what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Initially that joint caught me off guard, but I think the whole album is tough.
The thing is, he clearly, and we're not going to play any samples, just so people know. We're not
Sony, Kirk,
Sony
Facebook,
RCA,
algorithm,
Sony RCA, whoever. For Your Soul, Facebook, all of y'all.
We ain't touching nothing.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit, like none of y'all cut us off today.
Yeah, we not touching nothing.
He clearly had something to say with this album. Like he had a message. Not that every gospel artist don't got something to say with any.
Some of them don't.
Any album, but he clearly had a message that he wanted to get across, and it's definitely powerful messages about faith in God and depending on God only, dropping everything and dropping all the song called Idols, dropping everything else around
Idols.
That song Idols goes in. That song Idols.
It touched my heart a little bit. It stepped on a little bit of my toes. He ain't had to get in my particular business. I ain't ask him all that. But yeah, that joint is tough.
He could have called that song Audio Conviction, and it would have been the same. Like that song Idols is tight, and he talks about one of the songs got a little Black Lives Matter message in there. I forgot what song.
Yeah.
But it's definitely it's not my. Well, I've only listened to it once through, but it's not my favorite album. I don't think it ever will be my favorite Kirk Franklin album. I don't think it will ever be the best Kirk Franklin album. But
what's your favorite Kirk Franklin album? Because you are ardent Kirk Franklin.
The Rebirth of Kirk Franklin is arguably the greatest gospel CD ever. Like no lie. The Rebirth of Kirk Franklin is the song with T.D. Jakes, Hosanna, Awesome God.
Yeah. Is this the one he was in the white suit?
Yes. That is arguably the greatest gospel album ever. And
have you ever seen that DVD live?
I have it. I own it. It's in a box somewhere around here. But
Oh, it's worth dusting off.
With Willie Neal Johnson. Oh yeah.
Willie Neal Johnson gets on my ever loving nerves. Who else gets on my ever? What's that boy's name?
Rance Allen.
Rance Allen can go somewhere and sit down forever.
Is that something about the name of Jesus off that album or a different one? I'm not sure. But anyway, it's the greatest. I would have to look it up. It's the greatest gospel album ever, in my opinion. And "But Long Live Love" is really good, really tight. And I will argue anybody on it by any metric you want to use. I'm not saying greatest singer, greatest gospel artist of all time is Kirk Franklin. By any metric, you want to use album sales, you want to use awards, whatever metric you want to use, concert sales, whatever metric you want to use, he's the greatest.
How about this? How about this? Yeah, I'm about to say. How about most influential?
Is he the most influential?
I'll say he's the most influential of all time. The greatest of all. You know what? As I'm sitting here arguing this with you, I can't figure out a greater.
Exactly. And the thing is, like I said before in the previous show, the gap between him and number 2 is the biggest gap in all of music.
And that's where I think you smoke crack. That's probably where you smoke the most crack.
So you pick your like, all right, let's take rap for instance, hip hop. You pick your number 1 hip hop artist, and then you pick your number 2, right? The gap between those two people is closer than the gap between Kirk Franklin and the number 2 gospel artist. And you do that with any genre. Pick your number 1 R&B singer, pick your number 2 R&B singer. The gap between those two people is smaller than the gap between Kirk Franklin and the number 2 gospel artist.
So what would you okay, all right. I'm not a fan of this person, but people will say it. Thank you, Derek. Let me put my personal bias on Front Street. I'm a Fred head. I'm a Fred Hammond head to the day I die.
I love Fred. It's not close.
If my pops is still on here, he gonna mess around and say something about what was that family? The family. That was in the late 70s, 80s. Oh shoot. I wasn't even thinking the Winans. I was thinking
the Hawkins? The Hawkins?
The Hawkins, yeah. I was thinking the Hawkins because he's gonna say the Hawkins are the basis for all of them. Yes, Rance Allen is trash. Let me make this clear again. Rance Allen should have stopped singing for decades.
I've probably said this before too. Rance Allen is your favorite gospel artist. I'm telling you.
You know what?
We can say whatever, but people in the community love that brother.
I can't disagree with you. He's trash. Like every time
he's a really nice dude.
I actively turn. Thank you, Brandon. This is what I want to talk about. I actively turn the song off no matter what he's on. The man, just stop. But anyway. So I was thinking the biggest gap. What do you call Michael Jackson the biggest artist in? What genre? If we said pop,
I don't know who's number 2 in pop. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not down with that music. So what do you call Prince?
Nah.
I'm asking. What genre is Prince?
If we were to call, no, he's not pop. Prince is just Prince. He's out there in the corner. Sidebar, I've never been a big Prince fan. And I was, yeah.
So, all right. So put it like this. What you can make so if you call Mike 1 and Prince 2 in whatever genre, the gap between Mike and Prince is smaller than the gap between Kirk and the number 2 gospel artist. That's my argument.
I understand your argument. Because I'm thinking, in my mind, let me just piss people off. I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. The gap between Michael and Beyonce. I personally think Beyonce's ahead, but there's a whole lot of people out there who don't think that way. So the gap between Michael and Beyonce.
Yes. Like it's a strong, you can make a strong argument with Mike and Beyonce. No matter what side you want. I wanted somebody to give me an argument with against Kirk.
I will not say James Cleveland's name somebody said James Cleveland. I will not say his name for the same reason we're not allowed to talk about R. Kelly anymore. I'm gonna put that out there and walk away.
And I'm saying whatever metric. I'm not talking about talent. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about
I'm getting booed. What am I being booed for?
You can put talent in there. I'm not talking about vocal talent. Everybody, he'll tell you he's not the greatest singer ever. Like he'll tell you that. But any Kirk will tell you he's not the greatest singer. But any other standard you want to put, showmanship, songwriting, album sales, DVD sales, even though James Cleveland didn't have DVDs or whatever. Concert sales, awards, influence, appeal, like whatever you want to, whatever metric you want to use, you put them all together. The answer is Kirk Franklin after you mash all that up.
I agree with you. Now, if I were to look at, because if I was looking, you'd have to look at the Clark sisters.
Yes. Show me I'm telling you, Kirk Franklin's album sales will probably wipe the floor with the Clark sisters album sales. Kirk Franklin sells out.
Yes.
Kirk Franklin sells out stadiums.
You're right. Not
in large arenas. The Clark sisters sell out big churches.
Right.
Like,
You're right.
No disrespect. Right. They are great. They influence and overall greatness is two different things.
I will go to a different city to go see Kirk. I will not go to a different city to go see the Clark sisters. You're right. Nobody touching Mike on everything you just said. No, Brandon, I love you. First of all, shout out to Arizona in the house. You know what I'm saying? That's my man Brandon over there in Arizona. We national now, babe. We can call this a national show. We're on the interwebs, but
nobody's touching Mike. Yeah.
Mike I knew my dad was gonna go.
Kirk sells out, and I'm not doubting that.
Don't get in this argument with him.
But it's like, hold on, I'm gonna put a bow on this whole greatness thing. When you talk about the greatest, everybody knows the person who's the current greatest in anything. Of course, they wouldn't be where they are without the previous person in that genre or in that field. So Michael Jordan wouldn't be where he is without Dr. J and all those people. You know what I'm saying? Like Gretzky wouldn't be where he is without Gordie Howe. Whoever the greatest is, you're not the greatest because you stood on the shoulders of people who come before you. That's just what it is. So, but
right.
I'm not taking away from those people by calling him great. Like, I'm not saying they trash. I'm just saying there has to be a best, and he is the best. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Is it?
Well, I'm not sorry,
okay.
But that's the way it is.
I'm not sorry. But yeah, anyway, because we getting too deep
about the album. But the album is good. Check it out. Stream it. It's really good. It's a great piece of work. Like
it is a great piece of work. There's songs in there. It's accessible for everybody, even if you're not the most religious person. It's accessible to everybody.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm done with Keith Harden. Jesus, I'm done. Next.
All right. So
wait. Time out.
Go ahead.
See, you about to get me up. My voice went up. I felt myself getting to a place. You're not going to do this to me today. Oh, neighbors, I need y'all to talk amongst yourselves and listen at the same time. But are we allowed to kick people out the neighborhood?
No.
It's a question.
No, I'm going to say no. We're not at that place we kick people out yet. No.
It's a question.
No.
Can people be evicted?
No, we're not evicting people yet. We're not doing that.
Okay. All right. I'm just putting it out there. It's a question. The neighbors. Did you just speak hockey? Okay.
When I mentioned Wayne Gretzky, because the greatest Wayne Gretzky, but anyway.
If she understood what sport you was.
Exactly. So you got the reference.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So since we talking about Mr. Kirk Franklin's a gospel artist, talking about gospel artists, Marvin Sapp, people y'all know, he did this song, Never Would Have Made It. Used to be in Commission. He is retiring from his church, Lighthouse Full Life Center in Grand Rapids, and he's moving to another church, Chosen Vessel Cathedral in Fort Worth. So the brother's leaving Grand Rapids in the Detroit area and going to Fort Worth, Texas.
Makes sense.
Yeah. According to him, he said God had been dealing with him for a while about you're gonna be moving. He said he got multiple prophecies. About God saying, I'm going to be moving you. And other opportunities had come and he had not followed them, but this opportunity came and he felt like it was finally time to follow what the Lord had told him. So he is moving to Fort Worth, Texas.
But so he's moving from Michigan
to Fort Worth, Texas. He's still going to be I forgot I don't know the exact term, but something like the chairman of the board at the church in Grand Rapids. He won't be the pastor, but he'll be like the chairman of the board.
This is the tough part about being in the church and the ministry. You just sometimes have to make up random things for doing things that are otherwise very reasonable. Marvin Sapp is 50s or is he 60s?
No,
he might be.
He's 50s. He's 50s.
He's 50s?
All the commission is in their 50s.
He's in his 50s, probably upper 50s. He wanted to move from cold behind Michigan to warm Texas, and he had to float me some bull crap. Oh, whoa, okay. He had to float me a line about how the Lord had told him, no, Marvin, it's cold up there and it's warm down there. That's what you want to do. It's okay, Marvin. You ain't gotta tell me no lie.
The brother probably had a legitimate reason.
Shout out to Grand Rapids. I'm gonna be honest. Shout out to Grand Rapids. My man Derek, Natalie. I see y'all. It's cold, and he wanted to go move somewhere in warmth and better food.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's it. But you notice it's starting to be a trend of preachers from the north moving down south because Jamal Bryant left his church in Baltimore, went to Atlanta. 50. I'm not sure how old he is, but I guess so. Yeah, I guess.
Go ahead.
I guess that's what you do. When you get of a certain age, you have the ability to move. You go and you move. So that's what he did. So Marvin Sapp is now going to Fort Worth, and he begins sometime in September. Is when he's going to begin at that new church.
Where do you think you can spend your money more efficiently as an older black gentleman in Grand Rapids or in Fort Worth? I'm just saying. You made this money. You're going to continue to make this money. Enjoy it down south, partner. Yeah. Don't feed me no line about what the Lord told you to do, though. Keep that with you.
He gets to hang with his boyfriend Hammond. They live down there, so
they gonna be down there macking young tenderonis together. I'm not allowed to say that. You got real quiet on me.
The brother, Marvin, they both are single. Marvin's wife passed away a couple years ago.
I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Marvin is single. Fred is. I'm about to talk out of turn there.
Yep. See, do we need to move on? I think we need to move on.
I was about to talk. Because I actually met. Never mind. I'm done. That's okay. I'm about to get in actual trouble.
It's all right. We're going to move on.
I actually met. Never mind.
Okay. So
let's just say Fred, I see you, Fred. If your situation that I saw before was still your situation, I see you, Fred. That's all I'm gonna say.
What? Oh
yeah.
Lord.
Hey, I'm not gonna get messy on there, but go ahead. We'll talk.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. This church, called St. Boniface Church in San Francisco, they have started opening their doors to the homeless. So they let homeless people come in every night and sleep in the pews. And they give them blankets and a place to sleep in the pews. And if the people want to stay for service, they're more than welcome to. There's no judgment. They don't ask no questions. The church is opens the doors and gives people a place to stay.
That's beautiful, man. Yeah. That's beautiful. And I don't. Go ahead.
Now, I know some churches that you can only use the main sanctuary on Sunday, so you can't do nothing. If you wanna do something else, you better use another room in the church because the main sanctuary is just for Sundays and certain services.
I know some churches don't want to open up their doors in case of a flood either, but Joel got that right eventually.
Yeah.
Was that messy? I apologize. Hey man, this is beautiful. You got all these places to lay at. You give people opportunity to lay their heads. Now those are some hard wooden pews. But it's not like people have some of these folks have a lot of other options, so that's beautiful. I know they could get together like a collection fund for like some church pillows though. I'm just saying, like that don't look like the most comfortable.
This church is opening their doors, giving these people a place to stay, and it's not enough.
Bruh, do you see these floors and these pews? You know how much they cost?
You and people in the chat talking about pillows, like they're giving the people blankets and a place to stay.
They have money to be able to float out a couple pillows. That's one good offering. That's one good offering, and you good to go.
They get a blanket.
Where's this at? Again?
This is in San Francisco.
Okay. Hey, no, much respect to this because especially what they're doing with those housing. The crazy part is, I guarantee you there are people who are actually in this actual picture who have jobs. Because what they're doing with the housing market out there.
It's crazy.
And how much they're charging folks. You literally have to be $100,000 or a millionaire in order to be able to afford places to live. And so if this is what the people of God are doing, I see no condemnation. I also don't see You see, the neighbors are getting rowdy today. The neighbors are a little rowdy. I'm going to stop. Neighbors are always good to see the neighbors in full force today.
How many times we got to say they're giving blankets and the neighbors keep asking are they doing blankets?
The neighbors are mad about blankets and pillows.
God forbid, if the church didn't do blankets, these people were formerly sleeping outside and now they're sleeping inside in the climate control area and y'all up here complaining about blankets.
You're right. I'm just saying.
You can't please people.
From looking at the facilities, is one good offering. You can have about 30 pillows in there, easy.
Imagine if more churches did this. What we could do with the homeless situation around this country.
Yeah.
I'm not saying every church should. I'm just saying, imagine if more churches did this. We could help a lot of homeless people.
You're right. They're giving blankets. Oh Lord. Okay.
Never mind. We gonna move on. So
we have taken the beautifulness of this moment and just completely stripped it.
Because they keep asking for blankets.
The neighbors are not on board.
The first thing we said was blankets.
They looking like they're laying in cats. What's wrong with the neighbors today? Neighbors, God bless y'all. Do we need to pray for y'all? We're gonna have to start praying for the neighbors before we start. That I can see that now.
See, we done set the standard, so they all want to chime in with their jokes about stuff. Even we trying to be serious. So
I know.
Lord. All right.
Somebody said they could just rent them out. This is the homeless. We can't be charging people for pillows. Yo, we're out of control. The neighbors are out of control.
Where they gonna get money from?
We're never going prime time with this.
These people were trying to eat, and you charge them for a blanket.
Yo,
like, this and y'all was mad at Kanye's church merch. Like this is worse.
Shout out. They could rent them out on football weekend. Okay. Shout out to. I love the neighbors. Shout out to the neighbors, yo. Y'all help make this show possible. I appreciate y'all. Oh man. Somebody said bring in the Renews It so we can have holy smells. Tell me why I went into the store yesterday, saw that same bottle Renews It was $3.50. I said, this is not the expensive stuff. This is not the expensive stuff.
Not at all.
If you don't understand that joke, flashback to that last week's show, you'll see it in there. Go ahead.
Now this is a church where the bishop's ministry could be put to good use. The bishop's Renews It ministry could be put to good use there.
Good. I don't know. There's some hard wooden pews. You need some Murphy's oil soap on them joints. But go ahead, bro.
Oh, man. All right. So I was going to give everybody a warning that this is, some people may think what we're talking about is mature subject matter. So
what are we doing, Cliff?
As the older saints used to say, govern yourself accordingly.
What are we doing, Cliff?
This is mature subject matter. All right. So I'm sure you are very familiar with Adrienne Israel Houghton. Adrienne, for those of you that know, may or may not know, she is one of the co-hosts on the daytime talk show, The View. Mm-hmm. Israel Houghton is gospel artist, Lord You Are Good, Friend of God, that kind of stuff. His most recent hit was Reckless Love. So, Adrienne, like I said, is on The View. Recently on The View, the topic of sex came up. And they asked Adrienne a question about sex. And Adrienne had a very candid answer. Some may say not realistic, but we shall see. You can judge for yourself. I'm going to play the clip and let the people judge. Here we go.
Okay.
So how long do you think you can go without sex, Adrienne?
With somebody or with myself? Period.
Period.
Orgasm.
Yeah.
No, nothing. I ain't talking. I'm nothing. No toys.
Yep.
No nothing.
Yeah, like imagine a chastity belt on.
How? How long?
How long?
I'd say a good 12 hours. Yeah. That's a long time. That's a long time.
I was gonna say like 12 days or something.
That's
you said 12 hours.
That's a whole. That's turnaround time. Like that's
not even a day.
I know.
So you're saying you can't go a day?
I don't know how this having a baby thing is gonna work out in the future.
I know, girl.
Okay.
Hey, Hey.
So that video, I was supposed to say
real.
that video was courtesy of the Real daytime show on your local networks.
We are the Real. Don't shut us down.
So,
hey,
you got some comments about my sister in Christ.
So, first of all,
Go ahead.
You know, I'm just out here trying to live right, bro. I'm just out here trying to live right, and that's all I'm trying to do. And so, 12 hours. First of all, let's talk about this. This is obviously a very celebrity-based schedule because
when you have that kind of flexibility,
job and some kids, like I just might not literally have enough time. I go work for 8 of those hours. Then we got to go deal with like after school activities and dinner. Like when are we getting this? When is this getting done?
When you got two people with very flexible schedules, plus her job, I'm sure she has a dressing room. They ain't got no kids together. He has children with his former wife. They don't have no kids together. So, you know, that leads for a lot of flexibility, and there are a lot of different occasions in which to get it in.
Hey.
Neither one of you work a 9 to 5.
That's true. That's true. And so they can know each other biblically. I mean, 12 hours is reasonable. First of all, let me say this. Israel, congratulations. Congrats. I'm trying to live right, but I tell you what, between 3LW and somebody, if the door opens behind me, just let me know, because my wife is actually on this week. Between 3LW and the Cheetah Girls, she's my favorite. Hey, God bless Adrienne. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to live right.
Yeah,
Hashtag I'm trying to live right.
So I saw somebody posted this somewhere else, and one of the people, the comments said that clearly Israel is winning.
He's winning everything.
Clearly he's winning.
Yeah.
So they've been married. They got married November 11th, 2016. Right. So they still knew, number one. And so when you knew, it's just like, everything is
right.
It's I can't get enough of you all the time because we just got together, and it hasn't been 3 years yet.
Oh, I see. I'm about to get messy again, but I don't know him, so I'll speak on it. You gotta remember how
he is older.
Left his last marriage. Let's just take the time to remember how old boy left his last marriage. That wasn't a clean breakup on his part.
Yes.
He that was gonna be messy. I'll say he pulled a John Gregg, except his wife ain't stick up for him on that one. Yeah. And so, but yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Nah, that brother, remember he sat down for a while off that. And so, and so, yeah. But hey, man, every 12, if you're feeling fresh, if you're feeling spry, I'm just out here trying to live right. But if you're feeling fresh and you feeling spry and you keeping limber, you're drinking, you're staying, hydrated, then hey.
So
Israel's kids is grown, right? So
I don't know how old his kids are. I don't know how old his kids are, but his last album came out in September 2018. His most recent album. And so when you hear her comments and then you look at the songs, the titles of the songs in his album, it kind of puts everything into perspective.
Oh Jesus, Cliff!
He's got songs. One song is called Secrets. Another song is called Easy for You.
Oh, okay, Cliff. Here we go.
He got a song on here called Reckless Love.
Here we go, Cliff.
A song called Free Indeed.
This is why we can't.
There's a song called Winning Side.
Oh, he's winning all the sides.
A song called Love Never Fails. Another song, I'm With You.
Hey.
And another one, Feels Like Home. So clearly, hey, I'm saying maybe he has some inspiration with these songs beyond Jesus. Maybe there was some other inspiration to his songs. That's all I'm saying.
Yo, my man said 12 hours is not that crazy.
He trying to make the math work.
6 a.m. He did try to make the math work. 6 a.m. and then again at 6 p.m. after work. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, as long as nobody's working a late night shift, hey man, hey.
So when your wife has made it public that she is clearly ready.
Guess what?
Every 12 hours. Like, what's is your love language is walking in the room with a countdown timer?
Hey, you can never have a headache. You can never have a headache. You can't be tired. You don't to put this on national television. Hey, I'm just following what you said. Otherwise, false advertising.
So I've heard many a married man talk about, all the prep you have to do ahead of time when you want to be intimate with your wife. I've heard married men say that if you want to get it on Thursday, you got to start preparing the Sunday before or Monday. You got to start priming that pump.
Mm-hmm.
This
Tuesday
brother,
the latest.
Exactly. This brother doesn't seem to have that problem. He probably just walks in the room with a countdown timer and be like, listen,
it's that time.
In 5 more minutes, it's go time.
Hey, first of all, once again, on behalf of big boys everywhere, congratulations, Israel. Congratulations. That's all I got to say. Otherwise, here we go.
What?
Here we go. Brandon is giving me too much. Brandon's about to get suspended from the neighborhood. He's giving me numbers again, and we was going into bad areas.
This brother, hey, all I'm saying is,
yeah, we got to keep going. We gonna get, once again, I'm just out here trying to live right.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to do.
Clearly, God had a blessing with his name on it.
Which is,
all I'm saying.
You see, how do you,
what?
That's my question. How you going to cheat your way out of one marriage and then get to come up in another one?
Hey, sometimes.
Like, that ain't, favor ain't fair.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said the same thing. Favor ain't fair. I can't, hey.
Okay,
Hey,
Hugh.
Maybe,
is Hugh with you? Is Hugh with you? Okay.
I don't know if you are.
Is Hugh, this is a family show, and why are people laughing? The neighborhood's out of control today.
I don't know how the logistics work between the two of them.
Move on. Don't go there. Move on.
All I'm saying is that, hey, God bless you, brother.
Let's go.
If what she said is in fact true, God bless the both of y'all.
Hey man, they married. Do what you gotta do.
God bless the both of y'all.
Mm-hmm. Amen. Okay, Hugh is out of control. Who is Hugh with? Hugh? Is that Hugh? Hugh, is that you?
I'm sure after this aired, millions of men went to that woman and was like, honey, can we get on,
Cliff,
baby?
see?
Can we get on?
It's always nope. You always one joke too far.
Can we get on the Adrienne and Israel plan?
You always one joke too far. It's always that extra one that's gonna get us in trouble. Let's go.
I'm just saying, hey, sex is ordained by God and they married, so it's all good. All right, so check out. Good. I'm just gonna play this video. You gotta check out what this brother brought to church.
Okay.
Wait for it. Yes, that brother has a gun. And he's pointing it. He's pointing it.
I said stand up. I said clap your hands. I said clap your hands.
I can't even make out what he's singing. I don't even know what they singing. But these people are trying to have, because when you of this age, you're not having praise worship, you're having devotion. So these people are having devotion.
Yo.
And this brother got a gun, and he's just flashing it around, pointing at people.
What's he doing?
And maybe he's done this before because these people are not shocked. They laughing. So they're not too shocked. So Brother Amos, I don't know his name. I'm going to call him Brother Amos.
Brother Amos.
Brother Amos just brandishing his firearm around the church, and they must know Brother Amos is a little off, and he's known to do stuff like this.
Okay, a couple questions. A, hoping it's fake. B, where's security?
Brother Amos look like he got time for a fake gun.
Brother Amos ain't got no time for no fake gun. That gun has been with him since about 67. Exactly. It's seen some things.
That gun was handed down from Django himself.
Oh, Jesus, what's he doing?
To Brother Amos.
Every time he spins around, I get nervous. Oh, man. Okay. Whatever that. Why are we just laughing? It's all fun and games.
I bet
somebody catches a flesh wound.
I bet you when Brother Amos sell chicken dinners after church, he sell out.
That brother does sell out. I tell you what, it's, like I said, it is all flesh and games until somebody catches a flesh wound, and then it's not funny anymore. And some of these people are near their end as well already, so I don't know. Brother, he has a microphone. That's the scary
How did he
part.
get the mic? How did he?
Because he has a gun.
That's
He
true.
can do what
That's
he wants.
true.
You've heard the power of the mic. Guess what? More powerful than the power of the mic is a gun. Like, he's winning.
Brother Amos was like, yo, run me that mic. Run me that mic, fool.
Brother Amos came from the back. He was just supposed to be delivering a message about somebody need to move their parked car. And then something decided he wanted to start a song, and nobody stopped him. And that's how we got in this situation right now. Oh, man. Jesus, Brother Amos. Okay, whatever's happening. That brother is probably collecting the check from the church. And he just keeps waving it around.
Fitz said he's also the janitor, the van driver, and the cook.
Yo, man. Yo, here's the thing, man. With everything that's going on in the church nowadays, I'm in a Cary state, and so this can very much happen inside the church, and it'd be totally legal. It might mess up the flow of the church service on that particular day, but I guess.
Unfortunately, it's stuff going down in the churches across the country, but I tell you, ain't nothing going down at Brother Amos' church. Ain't nobody pulling up in there.
Right. And I guarantee you, Brother Amos, something pop up, Brother Amos gonna fumble that gun.
Brother Amos, you too old to be brandishing it with your finger on the trigger and everything.
Yeah, what's happening?
Hey, swinging left and right. Oh man, he must do crazy stuff like this because they laughing, but ain't nobody shocked. Like nobody ducking, nothing.
Mm-hmm. Watch that be Pastor Amos. Watch him be the pastor.
The pastor's probably the dude in the pulpit. See, that's probably the pastor up there.
No, that's one of the elders. That's his adjutant. Really hoping nobody gets shot this week. That's his adjutant right there. Really hoping nobody gets shot this week. Like, Jesus, he gonna kill us. Lord, everybody's praying. Everybody's praying. That's all.
Lord Jesus. Brother Amos. All right. So, we just gonna go from one crazy church video to another.
Okay.
Just gonna move from glory to glory. Check out this brother at the podium. He just had a little accident. Just focus on my man at the podium.
I was told, in my right mind. Oh, he didn't let me sleep too late. Lord, walk me, yes he did.
And
right on time. He walked me.
No.
So there he was.
Guess what? Church rule. If you drop your pants on stage, you have to get off the stage.
There
you can't
he was.
just continue singing.
The brother was lifting up the name of the Most High, and his pants just fell.
Do you want to talk about this for a second? I'm going to talk about this for a second, and this can only come from a big boy perspective. So I'm going to give you all a little inside baseball right here.
Okay.
This brother is obviously a classic under-your-gut wearer of his pants. This brother I can see it from right here. He wears his pants underneath his gut. Because if this brother's pants were over his gut, that wouldn't have happened. He would have had something to hold him up. That brother done bought a pair of pants that's meant to go over the gut. Mm-hmm. And instead, he has put it under the gut, and he lifted his hands at one time, and lifting his hands, that belly lifted as well, and boom, there it was. All his drawers was on the stage. And so I'm just saying, that's a little inside baseball for y'all. That was meant to be an over the gut pair of pants, not under the gut. That's all I have to say. Big boys, y'all need to y'all can do better than this big boy. Get that big boy. Get him a pair of a belt. Just get him a belt, some suspenders, something. Is that a dashiki and some
maybe Brother Jesse, I don't know his name, so his name is Brother Jesse. Maybe Brother Jesse has been losing weight, working out, eating right. Brother Jesse might have just gone vegan, and he's losing weight. And so, just because he lost weight and then pants just fall because brother's losing weight. Them pants probably fit Brother Jesse about a month ago, probably fit him a lot better. But now Brother Jesse has been doing vegan. Maybe Brother Jesse's been doing Insanity or something, beach body workouts, who knows?
Nope.
And now Brother Jesse,
workouts aren't for big people.
Brother Jesse losing some weight, and there you go. He doing keto or whatever. There you go. That's what happens.
That brother doesn't even have regular drawers on. He had on basketball shorts like that.
That's what happens. Brother Jesse probably cut sugar out his diet and everything. Stop eating fried foods. All that stuff that people do to lose weight. And that's what happens. Your pants start falling.
Brother Jesse got the voice of a man who still eats fried foods and drinks Kool-Aid on a regular basis. Nah, Brother Jesse don't drink Kool-Aid.
God's not through with him yet.
He drinks sweet tea. He drinks sweet tea. I can tell by his voice. There's a big boy voice and how he's breathing in between the words of the song. Put the audio back up. I can tell you what his breath sounds like. It sounds like that brother had 2 biscuits.
I was told,
The gut comes up.
Oh yeah, it's definitely under his gut.
Pants come down.
Sing it, Brother Jesse. Yeah.
The Lord walked me,
Right on time. See, Brother Jesse been getting up early. He said he didn't let me sleep too late. Brother Jesse been getting up early, working out, eating right, and that's just what happens. You start dropping weight and stuff like this goes on.
The fact that Brother Jesse didn't stop singing, the fact that let's address this.
Cause he
knew,
Brother Jesse knew when he put the pants on that he had been losing.
This. Brother Jesse felt it was more important for him to keep singing versus pull his pants up.
He pulling them up. He's singing. He pulling up.
No, his pants came down and he finished the run. He did not stop singing. Put the music back up.
That's right. I was about to say the same thing. And he said, Brother Jesse's a professional.
No,
that's
he's
right.
not Beyonce.
He's a professional.
That's not his job.
He kept right on singing.
Pulpit,
that's right.
At the pulpit. He out here leading the front row to temptation. He out here trying to lead a church mother to temptation. He ain't doing right. No. He ain't trying to live right. He ain't trying to live right. Bruh. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, Jesse was going to get that note because Bro Jesse been practicing his song, so he's going to sing it.
He has been practicing.
He was going to sing it. And so there you go.
Stop.
There you go.
He was definitely practicing the song. He said, bump this. We've been going over this for a month. There's no way in Jehovah that I'm going to stop because my pants dropped.
The Lord gave Brother Jesse a song, and he was going to sing it unto God.
Here's a larger issue. That's not the first time his pants had dropped that day. Because he took it in stride. He wasn't even surprised. He felt those bad boys slipping, and he just hoped they didn't. And they did, and he wasn't going to stop giving his praises up to the Lord.
I'm sure.
No rock going to cry out in his place.
I'm sure next time Brother Jesse get the mic, he testifying in front of people, talking about how the devil got a hold of his belt. The devil tried to get in my pants. Tried to steal his word I had for the people. The devil tried to hinder the word, the song he had.
Oh, well, Brother Jesse, thank you for another sterling rendition. I don't know, that was the musical selection was depressed. Let's be honest. His musicians were not feeling that spirit at all.
Brother Jesse, he's singing the sermonic selection before the preacher come up probably.
That thing was going to take all day.
Brother Jesse
was going to try to go back into it.
He's out there preparing people's hearts and minds for the word, just giving them a sermonic selection, and the devil tried to take that brother's belt, tried to take his joy.
No, he decided not to wear a belt because he thought he was looking good. You know what? I'm looking at him. Those are some linen pants. They probably drawstring. He probably ain't pulled them pants tight enough. He got some drawstring linen pants on with a dashiki, and I don't know what's happened with the whole ensemble. It's a lot happening. That's all I gotta say.
I don't know. All right, so we're gonna move on. Brother Jesse wasn't the only person who took a fall this week. I'm just saying, this sister, you just gotta admire her commitment. Oh, poor just fell.
Don't stop.
But you, hold on. See, you missed it. You missed it. Like she plays it off though. Like she, listen. See, she fell. She went with it.
Not knowing how I get up off the floor.
I guess
that's hilarious. Guess what? From the way she fell, that's gonna hurt later. That's gonna be sore. She's gonna feel that right around second offering. Like that, she's gonna have a problem to try to get up and give that second selection.
I'm not even sure. I can't tell. I know she's just tripped over herself. I don't see no mic cords or nothing.
There's a stand behind her. There's a monitor behind her.
She tripped over the monitor?
Let me ask you this question. Why there's so many darn monitors and the choir's all the way the heck up there?
Because the monitors are for the seats in front. Like you see those seats right there?
No, the monitors she tripped over is facing the audience. You see, we're two nerds arguing about this. It's facing the choir.
Exactly, and there's seats right in front of the choir.
There's nobody in those seats.
But that's just on this occasion. Normally, somebody probably sits there.
I'm done. I'm done.
I don't know.
I'm done.
You can't have like.
That's 15, bad speaker placement.
You can't have 15 chairs right there and nobody ever sits there. Like somebody sits there.
Well, those monitors don't need to be there right now.
And I'm sure her testimony is the devil got a hold of the speakers and tried to take me there.
You know what? She knew this was going to be her Sunday too. They have practiced this for a while and she was on her way and boom. She had no clue where she was at. She's out here trying to live right. Now I understand.
I'm just trying to live right, and the speaker won't let me prosper.
Trying to live right. That's all we're trying to do on this show is to try and live right. That's all.
The speaker will not let her prosper. All right. I got one more for you.
She did that. Yo, she was sore in the morning. I know she was.
So, I'm sure you've seen plays before her. People do the crucifixion plays and stuff, right?
Yeah, yes.
Check out what happened at this play. Got the soldier trying to pierce Jesus, and boom, random guy comes out to.
What is happening?
Random guy. So the caption on this video says this guy tried to change the course of history. So they're doing the crucifixion scene, and the soldier is piercing Jesus' side, and then some random guy comes out the choir and just like he took this to heart. This thing got too real for him, so he decided he was gonna beat up the soldier that's piercing. He like you ain't fixing to kill my Jesus.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today. He had decided this is not what's happening on today.
Not today. Like,
y'all ain't about to kill Jesus in front of me on today. Hey, here's my question.
But really, go ahead.
Everybody else was standing there because even the people in the play were surprised. They're like, "Is this a new part? We didn't go over this during the dress rehearsal." Because the dude got 2 blows in before anybody steps in.
Oh yeah, he comes.
And
he just clocks him like, "You ain't not my Jesus, not today." And if I put my Bible nerd on for a second, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, this has to happen. Like, you messing up for the rest of us. Like, what are you doing, sir?
This sacrifice literally has to happen.
Like, did you not
to have eternal life?
Like, did you not read the book?
It literally has to happen.
Did you not read the book? Like, what are you doing? Somebody need to beat the dude in the blue shirt up. Like, what are you doing?
Is he beating him with his own helmet?
He got some other helmet. He got, I don't know if that's the offering. First I thought it was the offering pan, but it's a helmet.
What's happening?
He just got some random helmet. It just went.
Where's security? Oh man, I have so many questions. Oh man.
And if I'm the two thieves on the other side, I'm like, this mean I ain't dying today?
Here's the thing. Somebody has spent good time and good money producing this thing. They got smoke. Yeah. They have lights. They have an elaborate set for a church play. Yep. My question is, do you just keep going after this? Like, what's the next move? After y'all get this dude off stage, what's the next? What do? You go line, and where are we at? Like, what's happening?
I don't know how you move on from that.
Nah, you can't move forward. Yo, he caught
this way. Adam said like this is 300.
Yo, this is Sparta, and he really did.
Chantel said, "With bro Amos."
Yeah, but
exactly.
See,
this is what you need. See, you don't do that, brother Amos church, right?
Brother Amos would have had this all under control. Exactly. He would have put 2 caps in somebody.
None of that happened at brother Amos church. Oh no.
And that's another good point. Thank you, Vicky. Vicky, Jesus has not moved an inch. If you are Jesus and the other 2 criminals are beside him, what are you thinking? What are you thinking at this point in time?
That's because our Savior is a G. Like, he not going to be fazed by this kind of stuff.
Yo.
Our Savior is a G.
I truly do believe this guy had to be drunk. It said, not to my Jesus. He had to be drunk. Because he's really fighting him. Because he's really fighting him. It's really happening.
So, all right. So, real quick, and neighbors, you can respond too. If you could change any event in history, if you could go and do something like this, any event in history, what would it be? I know what I would do. What would you do?
Oh, Jesus. Like, you can't just hit me with that off the top.
Well, I can give mine first if you want. But
okay, go ahead.
You sure?
Go ahead.
You want me to go first? Because mine is like the mic drop of all events.
Oh, here we go, Cliff. Go ahead, Cliff.
If I could change any event, neighbors, chime in. If you could change any event throughout the course of history, put something in the chat. What would you do? I would go and as the apple was being presented to Adam, I would go and slap the taste right out of his mouth. Like, what is you doing, Negro?
Wait, so you just gonna see there's problems with your theory.
I would.
So you just gonna let Eve rock? You just gonna let Eve make she gonna let her mess up?
Because the fall didn't happen until Adam bit the apple.
So, but what's gonna happen with Eve though?
So it's just my bad. We do over. My bad.
No, because she now knows. She has tasted of the fruit.
Well,
so she's able. to
hey, I didn't write the scripture. I'm just saying. All I know is the fall happened when Adam bit the apple. So
we gonna let Eve rock.
And plus,
she's out the garden.
And plus, I ain't trying to hit no woman. I ain't trying to get no static. Eve might have been about that life. I ain't trying to.
Plus the snake was around. The serpent was out there. He might have bit me during that time.
Exactly. I ain't worried about the serpent. I would knock the taste right out of Adam's mouth.
Okay, but then Jesus has to make a decision. Does Eve go and then we just pop out another rib and put Adam to sleep and pop out another rib and make another one? Or what's happening? I don't know. There's a lot happening here.
No, because history would have, not that much would change. So Eve, let's say Eve eats the fruit, right? Eve eats the fruit. She got all this knowledge. Women now act like they know everything anyway. So history just stays the same in that regard. And there we go. There we go. So we just in paradise. Okay. So that's the only difference. We in paradise. Eve would have had all knowledge. Women now act like they got all knowledge, so they know everything.
You said it again. You said it again. So you're going to die on this hill.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Let me make this clear. Where's my camera? I had nothing to do.
There we go.
I had nothing to do with that. I did not say nothing about women thinking they know everything. Please direct all your static to Cliff. What is it is.
No, because it's some women right now. It's some women right now like he right.
TYN.com.
That ain't even a real thing.
It's not real. Why did you let them ruin my joke? Like, just let it ride.
Because people go try it and they're like, why your email bounce back? Because it ain't real.
Because
it ain't real.
Cliff.
No, it's some women thinking. It's a woman thinking right now. He right because we do know everything. So like that's
double. He's still saying it. Okay. First of all, we need to get some music in here to let people know when you are out on that ledge all the way by yourself. I am not walking with him on this one.
It's jokes.
I'm not back.
It's all jokes.
This is the second or third week where you've tried to get me in trouble.
I'm not getting you in trouble. You didn't say nothing.
You are consistently trying to get me in trouble. What are we? Yes, thank you, Terry. What are we doing, Cliff? What are we doing? It's always something. My people, what are we doing? See,
Vicky, look, Vicky is with me. We do. We do.
We do. Thank you, Vicky. You're not helping. You're not helping the situation. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. I ain't got nothing to do with it. No, okay, my wife has already signed off. She's asleep. Well, good. Yo, at some point they're gonna be in our mentions. You gonna get us both in trouble, and then where we gonna be? You gonna come back on with a black eye on your bald head. We're gonna have a problem. But yeah, I mean, no, okay. What event would I can't even think. You went so deep with this. You couldn't even. Like,
I couldn't even like save MLK.
That's I'm so black because that's what my mind.
I said the course of history. I said the course. I want to.
I didn't even stop us from being slaves. Like my mind went right to MLK. Like I'm so black. My mind, okay, yeah, I'm gonna save Martin. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save Martin. We all gonna be okay. No, that's not gonna work. I don't even have. I got
a theory about Martin, but that.
No, Cliff, not today. You're not today, Cliff. We're gonna talk about that off the air before you come over here saying something crazy about Martin. Not today. Crazy. You're gonna get us kicked all the way off. I was thinking like
Terry said he would go back and change my comment.
Thank you. I would probably, somebody would say go back and stop Thor from aiming for Thanos' heart. Thank you, Aurora. Aurora coming here with the fresh Marvel reference. How about say Malcolm instead? I mean, Malcolm had changed his ways by then. I don't know. I was going to go with something much more light, probably. Like, I would have stopped Tom Brady from ever being drafted. Or I would have sent him to, like, the Rams or something.
That don't change history. That don't change nothing. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, I think if he wasn't around, I think Donovan McNabb wins that Super Bowl with Terrell. And then I just think that changes a lot. But that's just where but honestly, my mind.
Matt Castle still would have lit y'all up.
That my mind immediately went to go say Martin. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's just because I'm black, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got, Cliff. Give me some time to think about that, and I'll try to come up with something.
I've been thinking about like for the longest time ever since I learned like how that whole thing really went down. Like when I really got to understand, like, is that brother's fault that we ain't in paradise?
Okay, so you've been in some Bible study. This is okay.
Is that brother's fault?
So it's true. Because God ordained him as a head, so if he had just stood on what he was supposed to be doing, we would have been cool.
Yeah, but you can't blame him because many of us have listened to the advice of a woman.
Okay, stop. Once again,
all I said, I didn't say good or bad. I just said many of us have listened to the advice of a woman.
Well, neighbors, I want to thank y'all once again for a wonderful week.
What's wrong with taking advice of a woman?
I don't, because Cliff, you leading us out on the edge again. Every time.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Every time you leaving us out on the edge again. I don't know where you're going.
Many of if you married, you know there's time you just do what your woman say. Yes.
No, every day.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's why at first I was mad, but I was like, I can't fault you, brother. You was just doing what you.
That's true. Adam predisposed us this way. Genetically, we were just doing what we supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
When I get to heaven, I'm gonna look at him and be like, really, bro?
Really? This is your fault.
Really? You lucky I made it anyway.
Hey, see, that's true. I mean, you know what? I'm just out here trying to live right. Here he got a beautiful woman standing in front of him, made just for him. She naked, he naked. She tell him to eat the fruits, and then he's like, hey, he was just priming the pump, player. He thought if he would eat the apple, he just priming the pump. That's all he was doing, trying to get it 12 hours in. I understand now.
But I said this before. I don't know if you ever seen Harlem Nights. There's a scene in Harlem Nights when they all they at the club and the cops come in the club and they put all the people in the club in jail.
Right.
But, Richard Pryor's character breaks him out, and as they walking out of jail, he's apologizing, sorry for the inconvenience, like each person that got locked up. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure when we get to heaven, after we get through the gate, Adam's gonna be there. Like, sorry for the inconvenience. Like shaking everybody's hand. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
My bad. It was a crazy
it was a crazy day. My fault.
It was a crazy day. It was around my 12 hours, and she just said to eat the apple, and so it was 12-hour time.
I wanted, yeah. So
it was 11 hours and 59 minutes. I was just trying. I didn't know what she had done. It's my bad, player.
Yeah,
I understand. Okay, and Adam is on house arrest. And okay, time to go. I'm not going to even read. You can read it. You can read it yourself. Not going to put it out there. We've gone down a path today.
All he said was, he said it's not bad. Ate the wrong fruit. Trying to live right. That's all.
Trying to live right. He's out here trying to live right.
I ain't trying to live right. That wasn't bad. You're so paranoid. You scared.
Go get us all in trouble. Well, if your children are still up, I hope you've had a talk with them ahead of time. It's 10:13. It's a little late for them to be up. We do apologize, but we are generally speaking, a family show. Amen.
I do want to shout out the video with my man's pants falling down. My wife Annie and Pastor Richard Hampton sent us that video. They both sent the video. So multiple neighbors was on top of that one.
Pastor. What's the name of the church? It was like
shout out to Reverend Hampton and his wife who watched the show.
Shout out to Reverend Hampton. We appreciate you, Annie. We appreciate you. Annie hasn't said nothing in a while. You're in trouble.
Reverend, just don't look at the comments because they don't be living right in the comments.
Reverend, we just out here trying to live right. We are out here trying to live right
in the comments.
We are both married. We love our wives. And we believe in a 12-hour rule. And so we just out here trying to live right. That's all. It's a 12-hour rule, like now officially part of the word. And it's like, this is the Bible according to Israel.
It's probably going to be part of the show's vernacular for a while.
Yeah, 12 hours. That's all I'm going to say.
So, do you have a rant for the people? I know you recovering.
Nah.
You got a rant? You gonna keep it calm?
We keeping it calm this week. I appreciate everybody for watching. I truly don't have, I don't have any rants this week. I'm good. I'm trying to think. No, I'm light. I'm real light this week. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. Neighbors, thank y'all so much. Please like our page. Cliff lurks into the bedroom after the show and just looks at me to see what I'll do. What should the look be tonight? Jesus. You better shut that. You better shut down the comments.
I get a look every day, every show.
You better shut the comments down before you get in trouble. Just blame it on Sony again. Blame it on Sony taking us off the air.
It's just jokes.
These are all jokes.
I'm out here telling jokes.
I think somebody called her to come back on. I really do. Anyway, neighbors, we appreciate y'all. Thank you very much.
Alita came back on?
No. I think Annie came back on.
She was always on, I think.
Oh, she was okay. But we do appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We will see y'all next week. We'll be back here. And I promise you I'll be in full rant mode next week.
Be just happy that you're healthy, brother.
Appreciate it.
And that you're doing all right. So, if you have not done so, please like this page so you get notified every time we go live.
Right.
And, you can jump in the chat and hang out with the other neighbors who, they ain't right, but we love them.
They ain't trying to live right. Some of them ain't trying to live right. And they gonna get us in trouble. For sure.
We do this show every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
At 9-ish o'clock.
9-ish o'clock Eastern. Right here on Facebook, you can jump in and hang out with us and the rest of the neighbors. Or it's okay if you want to listen later. That's fine. If you watch or listen later, that's cool. We are available via podcast on wherever your podcast network of choice is. Podcast player, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, any of that stuff. You can check out the podcast. The podcast episode goes up Thursdays as well as every week on YouTube. So if you prefer to watch on YouTube, you can go to YouTube, watch the episodes there. No discrimination. It's all good.
Yeah, we appreciate that. And we're going to keep trying to do this thing. And if y'all know anybody in the neighborhood that, is good with and has some time on their hands, they want to be like a free intern and whatnot, we definitely have some work for them. We can start chopping up some of these clips and get it out there to the people. So, hit us up in the DMs and, turn to your neighbor DMs, not mine.
The neighbors want an extra rant next week, just so you know.
An extra rant.
I'm just saying they setting expectations just so you can be prepared.
They set their expectations. Well,
Whether you deliver or not, that's on you. I'm just telling you what the people want.
Yeah, you can let me. We'll figure out something. But yeah, let us know. We would like to chop this stuff up and get it out there a little bit more and to the people on a variety of fronts. Maybe we should start an Instagram. That's a lot of work. Never mind.
We already have an Instagram. Where you been, brother? TTY Neighbor on Instagram.
Do I get to log in for that?
TTY, the login is in the docs like all the rest of the logins.
Brother, I don't looking at them rundown sheets.
It's a whole Google stuff.
We can talk about this off the air.
You don't want people to know what that you do. That you ain't. So you can go at TTY Neighbor on Instagram. We ain't been posting it for a while, but you can go there if you want.
Okay.
At TTY Neighbor on Twitter as well. We ain't posting, but you can go there if you
follow us on Instagram, TTY Neighbor for sure.
Oh, you gonna start? I guess Dre gonna start working Instagram account.
Yeah, I will. I'm on the gram. I got jokes for the people, yo. I didn't know I had access to the people. I'm gonna go follow right now.
Lord Jesus.
Okay, we still on the air. Go ahead, brother. Finish this up.
All right. So
may the Lord watch between me and thee as we depart from one another. Is that how that goes?